Hey, what's happening, my friends? Paul Ingram here. Welcome to my channel, Back to Primal. Today, let's get a little bit of a primal mobility and balance training session in together. This is going to be more beginner focused, but remember, beginner doesn't always mean easy. It just depends on where you are in your ability and with your body. For this, you may just want a little bit of a support system, something to help you if you need to catch your balance, maybe like a table or a chair, something, a wall, something that's just near you if you need that extra support. So we just have a few movements to get through, shouldn't take too long. And if you like this type of training session together, hit the thumbs up button, let me know down in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, and let's get to our session.
All right, our first movement is good mornings. We're gonna take a little bit of a wider stance, feet outside hip and shoulder distance, keeping the back straight and hinging at the waist. Keep our legs straight, and we're gonna feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings down the back of our legs. We're gonna go for 10 repetitions, and on that last rep, we'll hold for about 10 seconds. A little tip on this one, notice how when I go into the hinge that my hips drop back. You want to make sure that that is happening, that way you maintain that center of balance. And you don't need to hinge super far on it, just hinge enough to where you start feeling a nice stretch in the back of your legs. And for this last rep, we'll go ahead and hold for about 10 seconds. Next movement is some side bends. We're gonna reach one arm up and reach on over, side bending in the spine and working the other side. We're just going to get a nice stretch in for about a second or two and then switch sides. This is often a movement of the spine that tends to get underworked or neglected. Now for this movement, we want to keep the hips as centered as possible. We don't want the hips to be, pushing out to one side or the other. And of course, side bend to a range of motion that feels good to you. Maintaining about the same stance, we're going to move into some spinal twists. Again, we're going to keep the hips as straight as we can. We don't want the hips to be turning. We want to focus on the movement all coming really from that mid back, that upper back, but mostly through that thoracic spine. By reaching with the arms in counter directions and turning the head, we can get a little bit more deep in the spinal rotation. All right, we're gonna move into a little bit of a balance work, spend some time on one foot. This is where you might want that chair, table, or wall available in case you need to catch your balance. I'm just gonna extend one leg out in front of us, hold this for a few seconds, and then we're gonna bring that leg behind and hold for a few seconds. And we're gonna kick the leg now out to the side. And you can lift your leg as high as you like. If you wanna make it more challenging, bring your leg up higher. Keeping them low will take the intensity out of this drill. And you can see how I cross the leg behind to work the other side. All right, now we're gonna work the other side. It's really important that we work on balance and spend a little bit of time on one foot. So the floating leg will push out to the front, then push out to the back, and just balance for a few seconds here. Doesn't have to be long. And then we'll bring that floating leg out to the side. Just give it a little extension. You might even work a little bit of the abductor muscles in your hip as well here. And then we're going to bring our foot behind and work the other side. Sometimes I find this one to be the more challenging position. And if you have to tap your toe to the ground to get some balance, that's perfectly fine. Okay, let's go ahead and work our way to the ground. For our next movement, we're going to work a little combination here. We're going to press through our hands and feet and extend the hips up, and then bring them back into a supported L sit. And we're just going to work between these two positions for about 10 repetitions. In this one, you're gonna possibly feel a good stretch in the shoulders. You could change the position of your fingertips, which direction they're pointing in, and that will completely change this exercise. For a neutral position, I like having my fingers kind of just pointing out to the sides, but feel free to explore pointing them behind you or even forward towards your feet, and that will give you a deeper stretch in the front of the shoulder. All right, let's take a second here and just kind of rest it out, rest the shoulders, rest the hands, and we're gonna move into our next movement. All right, we're gonna move into an under switch into the crawl position and then tap our shoulders and switch it back to our crab position and then the other side. Tap the shoulders, kick that leg under, back through, back to the crab position. And we're gonna go ahead and just alternate sides for about 5 reps per side or a total of a 10 count. I think I do a few extra ones here because sometimes it just feels really good. I don't know if you notice that little trip up, a little bit of coordination work. You know, we can always use some practice on that. What I really enjoy about movements like this is they're great for the development in body awareness, coordination, and getting the ground contact sensitivity or some grounding work. All right, let's go ahead and take a little rest. Sometimes that one can be quite a bit, especially when you're starting out. All right, let's go ahead and move into a quadruped or kneeling position here. It's fine to set the knees on the ground. And I'm gonna work into some bird dogs, extending the opposite leg to the opposite arm, up and out. This is a movement that I've been incorporating into my daily practice and have really learned to start appreciating. All right, we got one more move to work through, and we're gonna go ahead and sit into the sawa position. One leg external rotation in the front, back leg internal rotation. And then we're gonna do an easy front switch there, and then just lean over that front shin. If that's a little intense, you can aim for leaning over that front knee. Just work into what feels good for you. It is such a beautiful morning out with a cool breeze mixed with some nice warm sun. Feels absolutely amazing out. And we're gonna end this practice just popping up into a nice deep squat and just holding this position for a few seconds here.
Now that we're back on our feet, you can go ahead and repeat the entire sequence for another 1 or 2 sets. You really want to aim for 3 to 5 sets if you have it in you, but if 1 or 2 is enough, then just start right there. That's perfectly fine. And then maybe later on in the evening, you can get another 1 or 2 sets in at that time. When we're working on the mobility of our body and working on opening it and feeling better in our body, we don't have to hit a workout like this. We don't have to do a whole routine, all at one time. We can break it up throughout the day. That's totally fine. Just take it in bite-sized pieces in the morning, maybe even in the afternoon, and then maybe for like a bedtime snack or something, a little movement snack. That is totally fine. It's all about movement. It's all about having as clean and precise movement as you can, and that's where you're gonna start really gaining the most benefit out of these simple but very potent practices. Again, if you like these routines, let me know down in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button on this channel and be sure to subscribe to Back to Primal if you're new here and you want to continue working these routines together. I'll see you back here next time.